In the last video, I introduced you to our new series, where we planned out our summer project and kicked it off with a mountain service road. We learned a few things along the way, like how digging makes your back hurt real bad and how the weather always threatens to dump something on you. Anyways, we're on to the next step now. I guess the service road wasn't what you'd call fun mountain bike content, but it was still super important. We now have full access to our hill, and on top of that, I can walk around the property without feeling lost. So with that squared away and behind our backs, we can finally move on to a more exciting stage of the project, building some trails. But not so fast. We need some kind of a plan to go off of. Just like how a good story starts with a map, a good trail starts with a plan. For a frame of reference, let's take a look at our map again, except this time zoomed in over the bike park. The top of the property that has the house and the driveway is all flat. Right here we have a slight bit of an outcrop that I like to call the ridge. It's all open up there and we can easily put trailheads anywhere on this spot. My idea is to have a main trail with an easy difficulty, in other words, a green circle. I found a nice place for a trailhead located near the top of the ski run. One small issue is the massive mountain range of sticks, but no need to worry though, these will not interfere with the trail at all. Later we'll be renting a machine that will clean it up and turn it into wood chips. As far as trails go, I drew out a rough idea of the main trail. If everything works out, we'll have rollers, berms, tabletop jumps, and much more. Now that we have our map, we can start building. Alrighty guys, welcome back. So this is the spot that you saw on the map, which is where the new trail for biking is going to start. And it's right where this big tree is. So we're going to have to chop that down. But that's where our trailhead is. So we're going to go ahead and get this guy removed and then start clearing out our underbrush. Yay! We have climbed the dead bush. After messing around with the dead bush a little bit more, it was time to get back to work. Alright, we just got that tree chopped down, and look at this thing. Pretty massive. I'd say 4-inch right there for that stump. So that's out of the way. Now we're gonna go ahead and cut out all this underbrush. Sometimes it's best to take out the entire root system if you can. That way you don't have to worry about roots in the ground when you're cutting a bench in the trail. Pretty big one. Quick rundown. So here's the trailhead. We might have a trailhead sign right there. And this is where we cleared out. You can walk on it now. And that's what I pulled off, just this little section of ground here. Lots of dead sticks. So I wonder if this was burned before. Anyways, we're gonna have our first berm coming around this way. And it's gonna hopefully lead us into a series of rollers. That'd be really fun to pick up some speed for the next features. But that's what I just cleared out. And then there's like this really cool tree here. That is old looking, but I stuck it there because it looks really neat. Hopefully it's not a fire hazard. I mean, it looks cool, but we'll see what happens. So yeah, let's talk about berms. Just like marking a new trail, you want to mark out your berms too. Here I'm using pin flags like I always do. As a general rule, it's a good idea to build your berm further out from your trail because it makes bank turns feel more natural. For the next 10 minutes, I played around with my corner and rearranged my flags about 600 times until it looked just right. Why not? It cost me no extra. And yes, you guessed it, it's time to dig. Here I'm adding a water drainage pit for excessive rainfall. I then took the extra dirt and added it to the berm. The next day I went out there and I put some river stones down to make it look nice and eliminate any muddy messes that could happen. Well, bad news for you guys. The camera overheated, apparently. I got a warning that said it's not usable, and I couldn't use it. So basically, we're gonna finish the berm, and then come back later in the day, and maybe build the rollers, and you guys can be able to see that when there's some shade. I film with this, and whenever I have my phone sitting on here in the sun, it can overheat it real easily, and today's warm, so we'll finish up what we've got and then come back out with the camera and we'll build those rollers. Well, welcome back, guys, once again. We finished our berm, as you can see here. It goes all the way around. So there's the start of it. It goes all the way out here. That's probably a bad angle, but I'll show you a better one later. And here we go. We cleared our tree out 2 days ago. And yeah, this is filmed 2 days after last time. But I was tired of adding those SpongeBob edits or whatever, so I'm going to show you some video footage whenever I can, when my phone won't overheat, but I'm going to speed some stuff up a little bit quicker so this video doesn't end up being 30 minutes long, because we have a lot of trail to work on and cover. So we're going to put these rollers up, we're going to dig down a little bit and try to cover up some of these roots that were right here where that big dead tree was. And we'll just roll over all that craziness. So, here we go. Finishing up the roller, you can see we cleared out this whole area and we got the second hump put in there. And this should be pretty fun to roll on. So just for measurement, it's about a bike length and a half from peak to peak. If you can see that. We kind of came into a little bit of an issue, a little problem, because the berm was going to go this way, a second berm, but you lose so much altitude or elevation going around that corner that you're going to have to brake and slow down a lot, and you're going to lose a lot of your speed. So what we did was we redesigned our route a little bit, and we're going to go around a flat part and just extend the trail. We'll basically have an extra pair of rollers since the trail is longer. We're just gonna start clearing out the rest of the trail for this part. I know you don't know where I am right now, but I'm on the trail extension that's not finished, so we're gonna get on that next. Well guys, welcome back to a new day of working on the trail. Today we have a drainage problem to fix. Check this out. Here we are at the end of the berm, like right before the rollers, and that is a puddle from a torrential downpour that we received last night. And it basically made a big puddle in the middle of our trail. So I'm gonna show you how to fix this, and I'm gonna be using PVC pipe to run underneath our berm. So let me show you that. Got the PVC pipe. We're just gonna lay it down like this, get a overall length. And I'm going to mark how far back this needs to go. Here we go, we got our pipe cut to length. You can see I got it shorter, and then right here I made it flush with the berm so that it makes it a little bit less hazardous. Let's put this in the ground. With the drainage problem solved, we can now get back to more trail building. What if I did something a little bit different this time? What do you think? Looks pretty good now. We got a new roller, and I decided to kind of do a little bit more off camera, which I probably should have recorded, but there you go. We got a second roller on top of that. Let me zoom out so you can see. There we go. We got two rollers in. And yes, I did use a little hack that a million people use, and it works great. You just stick logs in your jump and it saves dirt. Here's another angle right at the end. And as you can see, I had to dig in the ground for some of the dirt, but we got the two rollers in. Looks amazing. It feels really smooth too, pretty compact. I'm loving this a lot. Looks really good. So far we've got our berm, we've got our two rollers, we have our mini berm, which is in between the two pairs, and then we have our brand new rollers here. Looks amazing. And then you hit the trees. So with this much progress complete, we can now give it a test ride. All right guys, here goes nothing. We're about to hit our trail for the first time. Let's see what happens. Oh boy. What's up guys, welcome to my bedroom / office. Sorry I had to wait a little bit longer for this video to be released. I had to get my wisdom teeth removed on Thursday, and it's now Sunday at the time of this recording. And basically when you come out of a surgery like that, it takes a few days to recover. And during that time, you can't really think straight at all. And so when you try to do any type of video editing, it's really, really hard. So here I am, I'm back finally. So hang in with me there. Looking into future videos, we have Crested Butte coming up next week, where hopefully I'll be getting some cool mountain bike footage and some fun vlogs with some friends. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. That'll help out a lot. And I will see you guys in the next video.